Good evening, everyone. Les camarades est bilingue, n'est-ce pas? Bonsoir à tout le monde. Okay. I would like someone to give me the answer to this riddle. La devinette. Okay. We have this enemy that is living among us for a very long time. Since the 1800s, we cannot boast of fighting and eliminating this enemy. He attacks by causing his victims to feel pains around the chest, to cough for long, and at times they cough up blood. He makes them to lose appetite for food, and as such, they lose weight. He causes them to be tired, feverish, very sweaty at night. He has built his palace so strong that we find it so difficult to break through and kill it. Who can tell me who this enemy is? Who? Qui c'est? Non, ce n'est pas le corona. Je parle de la tuberculose. Une maladie très infectieuse causée par une bactérie. La bactérie-ci, ça affectait le poumon et encore notre zone comme les cerveaux, les os et les articulations. La tuberculose, c'est la 13e cause de mortalité et le deuxième tueur infectieuse après le COVID-19. Savez-vous que pendant 1 minute, 3 personnes meurent de la tuberculose? Saviez-vous? Moi aussi. That is to tell you how dangerous this disease is. Globally, it affects about 1.5 million people. And in Cameroon, we lost about 7,000 people in the year 2020. Imagine that we have an infected patient in here, and the patient coughs or sneezes. Hey! Then I am telling you, majority of us will go back infected with this bacteria. Toi qui as le tuberculose, est-ce que tu vas mourir? Est-ce que tu vas mourir? Pas encore. You will not die because there is a treatment. And the treatment in Cameroon is free. Applaudissez pour le Cameroun. La maladie ici, c'est même quoi? C'est même quoi? On est fatigué. La maladie ici, c'est même quoi? C'est même quoi? On est fatigué. Qui sait pourquoi on est fatigué? Qui sait? C'est la résistance. What do I mean by resistance? Imagine that you are sick and you go to the hospital. After taking these drugs, you get well. But at another instance, when you are sick of this same tuberculosis, you go to the hospital and the doctor gives you same drugs. But yet, you don't get well. That is when we talk of resistance. And how does this come about? Imagine que tu as tombé malade. Et la médecine a donné 4 médicaments pour consommer pendant 2 mois. Et il a encore donné le rendez-vous d'1 mois. Quand tu as rentré, tu as pris le médicament-ci pendant 2 semaines. Et tu as pris seulement 2. Et en fait, tu vas sentir mieux et tu vas arrêter votre médicament. Est-ce que tu pensais que tu veux guérir? Encore, considérez que ça c'est le bactérie. Quand ça vient en contact avec le médicament, ça entre ici et ça a fixé ici et les bactéries meurent. Mais considérez que les bactéries a modifié comme ça et comme ça. Quand le médicament vient, ça va entrer, ça va fixer. Tout ça, ça cause la résistance. Understanding the mechanism through which resistance occurs is essential for us to stop transmission of tuberculosis as well as ensure effective treatment. But now we have one important drug, isoniazid. We don't really understand how the bacteria protects itself against this drug. Studies have shown that when the bacteria modifies itself like this or like this, isoniazid cannot kill it. But we have this in only about 70% of patients, implying in the remaining 30%, we don't know how the resistance occurs. This is really a great problem because the doctors will misdiagnose these patients, and as such, they will give them inappropriate treatment. So now, we want to help the doctors. How are we going to do this? We will go to the lab. In the lab, we identified 500 of these strains that were resistant to isoniazid. We observed under the microscope to confirm that they are bacterial samples. After observing, we had to proceed to check if they have these modifications or this. As such, after that, we found out that 248 they had this modification, 68 they had this, and 79 they had this. But now we found out that 52 were like this, meaning they do not have that modification, means isoniazid will treat it. That's what the doctor will see, but yet he cannot treat it. This is very terrible. Very, very terrible. So now, how do we intend to do? We intend to observe this bacteria well to see if there are other modifications or factors that is causing the resistance. Is that not good news? It is, because we will treat tuberculosis and we will kill it. All this will lead in the development of new drugs as well as new diagnostic tests that we use in diagnosing tuberculosis. Nous allons faire le pas pour tuer l'ennemi ici. Rejoignez-nous. Ensemble, nous combattons le bactérie ici.